Hello and welcome to Dami Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's cup is actually my husband's coffee mug, which he's really lucky to have. Usually we get coffee mugs in the house and I claim them right away. That's just how it is. Even tiny ones we have that qualify as shot glasses. If it's in the shape of a coffee mug, I claim it. However, we are big geeks in this house, and my husband is a really big Star Wars fan. So I figure I can give him a coffee mug now and then. And today's tea is blueberry superfruit. It just sounded a bit like an advertisement. Didn't mean to. I've been having a tough time filming lately, guys. Anyway, it's a nice, light, refreshing tea. I don't drink many fruit teas because I like milk in my tea, and milk makes fruit teas look kind of weird, funky. The milk, the citrus elements in the fruit tends to make the milk almost curdle. So it looks really strange. Still tastes good, but looks really strange. So I don't drink much of them at all. So today we are doing our play box. Let's put it the right way. There we go. Our play box. This came in on Wednesday. I actually filmed yesterday, but my editing software did some really strange things to the film, and here I am again. So I actually know what's in the box. I'm a little more prepared for a couple things for the box. But yeah, not very happy. I've learned my lesson. This is the second time this has happened, so I've learned my lesson, and I will be keeping a second copy of the film until I get the editing done, and hopefully I won't have too many problems. You know, if it comes down to it, I can use the YouTube stuff to edit. Not the best in the world, but it will get the cuts done at least. Also, you will have noticed we have a little different lighting. My husband went out and picked up a lamp to help out. We've also had some sun in and out all day today, which, thank God, I need the sun. But regardless, I hope you'll tell me what you think about the new lighting. I'm still tweaking it around and playing around with it, but I think it's making things just a little bit brighter so you can see a little better. Let me know what you think. Okay, so let's get started. And the first thing we have to do to get started is finish up our unfinished business with last month's play box. So, last month's play box was pretty good, actually. There were quite a few things in there I liked, and considering that December I was not very happy with the box, I really liked that they kind of stepped it up last month. So let's go ahead and take a look at these things, and the first thing I am going to show you is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. Love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. I noticed that some YouTubers did have trouble when they got this using it. Saw the packaging. Here's the little bottle that they put inside the packaging. It's a tiny bottle, but I've gotten 5, 6 uses out of this. What did I do? What I was doing is I would flip it upside down so all the liquid went to the bottom. And when I opened it, I would use my brush to apply it. So there would be the stuff here, and I dip it in and I put it on. I like using brushes for things. It tends to help reduce waste, and it doesn't absorb like a sponge, and I like the way it feels on my face. I like the way it applies. So that's what I would do. And I'm gonna, as you can see, there's still just a teeny tiny little bit left in there. I'm going to turn that upside down and keep it in my thing and see if I can get one more use out of it. It left my skin nice and soft with a slight tacky feeling, and everything blended out beautifully, applied beauty. I even needed less of my foundation. It kind of reminded me of my NYX Hydra Touch. They're both very cooling and refreshing. Only, I think the Smashbox is better. And the Smashbox is the first primer that has gone on my wish list. I do not put items that I would use every day when I'm doing makeup on my Sephora wish list, because the items over there are very expensive, and things like powders and concealers and primers, you use them all the time, and that just seems like a kind of a waste of money. But this one went on there, and I'm planning to buy it at some point. Still going to keep using my NYX on a lot of days. It's more inexpensive. They're very, very similar. I just think the Smashbox is better, and I would love to have it for like special days out or whatever. So that was that. One of my biggest disappointments in the box was this Fresh Rose Water Toner. It actually doesn't say water, it says floral toner. And the reason I said water is because it kind of reminded me of my cellar water, which I've tried and not liked. It has a nice light scent. That's the bottle. It's a clearish, kind of almost milky, not quite milky, liquid. It smells good. The rose in it isn't very strong. I don't have a problem with that. You can rub it out on your hand. But this isn't a toner. It leaves the skin sticky. It refreshes a little, but it doesn't really seem to do much else. And honestly, with a lot of these skin products that are like toners or cleansers and things like that, I test them with my Fab Radiance pads, and my Fab Radiance pad came up dirty with this. So this is going to go into my Project Beauty Share box. I do not know if they will use it, but nobody else in the house will do. My girls raid my Project Beauty Share box frequently. When they know I've put a bunch of stuff in there, they take a look and see if there's anything they want. In fact, there's an item in here that one of my girls is using that it was an okay item, but I didn't want it. So this will go in there. I do not know if Project Beauty Share will use it or not. It's an open liquid that can't be sanitized, so it's likely that they're going to throw it away, but I'm going to go ahead and give them the option. So that's going in my Project Beauty Share box. Not going to use it. Didn't like it at all. Next, we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss. I like this. I haven't used it very much. It's very smooth. It's not drying. It's an absolutely gorgeous color. I think the reason I haven't used it a lot is because I have other glosses. I have a lot of them, and a couple of them I'm actually trying to get rid of. A couple of lip paints I'm trying to get rid of from Tarte. They're tiny, so they should go soon, but they are very similar in tone to this one, and so I'm trying to use them up. But I did like this. I like the feel of it on my lips, and I intend to keep it and keep using it. The next item is this Briogeo Don't Despair Deep Conditioning Hair Mask. Now, when I got this, first of all, it took me a while to realize it was a hair mask. And I was a bit disappointed when I saw it. I had tried a previous mask that literally did nothing to my hair at all. If anything, it seemed to strip my hair of a conditioner that I had used from the same set. But this stuff, I don't have hair products on my Sephora wish list either, and this went on my wish list. I changed my notes. They're in a notebook now. My conditioner after this absorbed better. My curls were more defined. I don't often just sit out during the day and air dry my hair. And if I do, I usually put something in it to help floof it up. So normally I sleep and have it get floofy and curly that way. But this, I didn't need to do that. There was a lot of body and bounce and fullness that lasted days, 2 or 3 days after using this, even after washing. So really impressed, and I've put this on my wish list and intend to pick some of this up at some point soon. Next, we have the Glam Glow Super Cleanse Clearing Cream to Foam Cleanser. Now, this is different than actually 2 other foaming type cleansers that I've used, in that you have to have a wet face when you use it. It did leave my skin soft, but maybe a touch dry. On non-makeup days, it performed okay. On makeup days, it did not. My Fab toners came up dirty even after using this. Even though I use a baby wipe to take the makeup off my face before I wash most nights. I have another, I mean, my Fab Cleanser works really well, but I have another one that actually removes makeup much, much better than this. It's called Philosophy, and I love it, and this was not it. However, this is the one that one of my daughters has taken, and she says that she uses it kind of like a mask. She will put it on her face, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and then rinse it off. So she will get this back, and she likes it. I just didn't find it worth anything for me. And last we have, I think this is last. Yes. Last we have the Clinique Pep Start Eye Cream. This you don't need very much of to use. It's like most eye creams, it's a white colored cream. You can get away for about that much. It spreads beautifully. It leaves the under eye soft. See, it spreads out. It leaves the under eye soft. I didn't actually see it remove any texture, which is one of the biggest problems of my under eyes. However, on one morning, I must have been having an allergy problem. There was some puffiness that I don't normally get. I'm not normally a puffy eye girl. But there was that morning, and there was some slight redness, and it did take care of that. So this is something I could probably use in conjunction with my First Day Beauty 5-in-1. However, not being someone who gets a lot of puffiness, not seeing any other results from this, because like I said, nothing on the texture, that seems a bit of an expensive way to go, to have 2 eye creams when one performs fairly well for most days and the other one I wouldn't need to use very often at all. I will finish this out. However, I probably won't be repurchasing this. So that's all of last month's box. Let me put all this stuff away and set it aside so we can get into this month's box. Now, like I said, I did open this the other day. Yesterday. That's the other day. I did open this yesterday, so I know what's in it, and kind of sad about that, but let's just go ahead and get started. So, Sephora Play is a $10 a month subscription where you can cancel anytime if you want. It seems to be primarily, most times, based on skin and hair care, which is fine because I get Ipsy, and that I have set mostly for makeup. And they send you these lovely little things in the top of your box that gives you all kinds of information on the one side, and then it gives you the products on the other. This time we have a bunch of encouraging messages. You know, you are my beauty guru, you know what an essence is, things like that. So that's really cool. And it also comes with this little card that you can take into your Sephora store and get 50 extra points with a purchase. That's the only downside. It has to have a purchase. Alrighty, so, and there goes the box. I was dropping crap yesterday too. Telling you. Can't keep anything anywhere. My space is really small, and I've recently brought all my makeup out here, so now my space is even smaller, and things do get dropped more frequently. Let's take a look at the bag. The bag says, Feel the Love. So it's definitely a Valentine's theme. It has a nice pink ribbon. This bag will go to my Project Beauty Share. It's a cute bag, but I don't keep very many of the Sephora Play bags. They are not as useful to me as the Ipsy purses, the Ipsy bags. This one will go into my Project Beauty Share for someone who needs a makeup bag or some sort of cute bag to keep stuff in. The first thing that I pulled out yesterday, I do not have in here. One of my girls has already claimed it, and that was a perfume sample, which is fine. It would have gone into Project Beauty Share anyway, because if you know me at all, if you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know I don't do perfumes. And I don't do perfumes because they aggravate my allergies. I'm not allergic to perfume. I love the smells of perfume. Just can't have it around me. The particles just, yeah, I like breathing. But we have some other cool things in here. So let's get started. I'm going to pull this out. And my first one is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. Here's the box. This is this is actually my second NARS product. I do have a blush. Yes, a very tiny blush that I rarely use. I'm not sure why. And here's the pencil. And it is bright. Now, I know from when I was working on my film yesterday that this looks a lot brighter to me on film than it will look to you on playback, but it's still bright. However, that said, I'm going to go ahead and take all this off and we will try it out. Tried to keep my lipstick simple this time around. I wanted to make it easier to get it off because I knew this was coming. Looks like it stained a little bit. So our color test probably won't be a true color test, but let's go ahead and do this. Let's get started. Take that off. Here we go. It's bright. It's bright. It does apply nice and smooth. I do like the feel of it. It looks like it's not a roll up. You have to sharpen it. There it is. Like I said, to me, it looks really bright on the screen. Really bright. But I know that in playback it'll look a little better. It is still a little too pink for me, but I like the feel of it. It dried down pretty quickly. It does have a little bit of a transfer, so it's not precisely kiss proof. But that's a nice pencil. I think I'd be happy to get it in another color. I'm going to play around with it a little more and see if I can use it, because I very rarely use just one lip color. I'm almost always putting other lip colors over things, and sometimes I use up to 3 or 4 different lip products on my lip at one time. It's a little weird that way. Like my berries, but sometimes, you know. So let's get in here and see what else we have. Honestly, like I said, I know, but I'm just pulling them out in a different order. So this is the Belief Moisturizing Eye Cream. I have tried some other Belief stuff that I like. They're Aqua Bomb, and there's another one that's lighter than the Balm. Anyway, the Balm was too heavy for me, but I did like the other one. Some nice light white cream. Nothing unusual there. A little bit there. Just put it over here. Actually feels a lot lighter than the ones I use now. Almost not quite watery. Put this on a different spot on my hand. The skin feels really soft. Looking forward to trying that out and using that. Love the color of that bottle. I keep all these little bottles in case I want to use them for something once they're empty. So we're going to look forward to trying that. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, this I'm excited about. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Firmex Peeling Gel. I love masks. I've been wanting to try a peel-like mask, and I think this one's a little bit different, however. Whoa, let's not put that much on there. And it's kind of a milky white, creamy consistency. When you put it on your hand, when you put it on your skin, you can kind of feel almost little, I want to say, they're not beads. They're a little tinier than that. I like that. I liked it the first time too. And there's some of it coming up off my skin. I don't know if you can see that. See a little dot? That came up off the back of my skin, back of my hand. That's cool. Looking forward to trying this too. I love face products. What am I saying? I love everything. But I love trying face products, and I've been wanting some sort of peel away type thing for a while now. Kind of excited about that. That's pretty cool. Okay, 2 more. This is the Laura Mercier. What are you? I can't remember the name. Rose Gold Caviar Stick Eye Color. Now, I don't use cream or stick shadows usually, but this is a gorgeous color. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Of course it's pretty. It's rose gold. What else would it be? put it, sure, let's put you under here. Right there. Can barely see it on my skin. That's a gorgeous color. This is something I can see me using, like, well, let's try this right now. Let's put this like directly under my brow. Let's see. Which, by the way, I did not do yesterday. Oh, I like that. Oh, let's not blind you guys to see me do my weird way of doing makeup. It actually is showing up. I like that. It's very light. You can barely see it up there, but it's kind of adding a bit of a gold, a bit of a shimmer. That's pretty. So that's something else I'm kind of excited about and willing to play around with. Might even try it on my lid one of these days. However, I will admit, as I sit here and look for the cap, I will admit I probably won't change my mind about using pencils or creams or things for my eyeshadows. Still, that is a really cool, and it's a beautiful color, and I'm looking forward to using it. And last but not least, we have another lipstick. This is the Sephora Collection Rouge Matte. It's a teeny tiny little bullet. It's a teeny tiny little bullet. And this is in a color I actually think that I would be more inclined to use. It's a little darker. Oh, there you go. It's still kind of on the bright pinky tones. I suspect they did a lot of bright pinky tone colors because of it being Valentine's, so pink. I would have preferred a red. Anyway, we'll take this off and give that a try. Crayon came off really nicely. Didn't leave much of anything behind. For this one, though, I'm going to use my NYX lip primer underneath it. I like to use this particularly under liquid lipsticks, but this felt kind of stiff and hard, so this will help keep it nice and smooth and even. I really like how it makes my lips look when I'm using a lipstick. So even though it's colored, you can see it doesn't really leave much of anything on there. It kind of lightens the lips a little bit, which is also nice. Helps the color to show up better, just like it would on if you use a light color base on your eyes. So let's put this on. Goes on nice and smooth. And while it's still pink, it's not as bright as the pencil. It's definitely very matte. So there's the color. Like I said, it's still on a pink side, so you know what? I'm going to try putting my Anastasia over it. See how that looks. What do you say? I like that. I like that. It's prettier. It muted the pink down a little bit, made it a little less bright, gave it a little bit of a hint of a shine. I like that. That's very, very pretty. Anyway, so that's it for this month's box. I'm actually really, really pleased with most of it. Pretty much all of it. I think the only thing that I would be, let me look here amongst these items. I think the one, other than the perfume, since I had to give that up, since I can't wear perfume, I think the only thing that I would be not necessarily disappointed in, but not as thrilled with is the lip crayon, and that's just because it's so bright, so pink. And I wear berries, I don't wear pink. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you like what you've seen. If you have, please subscribe. Click the reminder bell to let you know when I upload. And I hope otherwise that you have a very good day. Bye.